Welcome, and hopefully welcome again to another CheapWineFighter.com podcast. This is Domain Dave. What we do is about 3 times a week, we write up a value-priced wine review on the CheapWineFighter.com website, and then we plug in the microphone when we're done, and we do a companion podcast to flesh things out a little bit more and talk about stuff that you don't want to write about or, whatever, just thoughts and impressions. And today we have the Shannon Ranch Bighorn Red Blend 2020, which for some reason I found at Trader Joe's for $5.99. Now, this currently is a Trader Joe's wine, but it wasn't originally. On the internet, it was selling for up to $15. And this is a wine by Shannon Family of Wines. They have Shannon Ridge. They have about 20 different labels. They're from Lake County. Lake County AVA is just north of Napa. As a reference point, there are Lake County vineyards that are closer to the town of Napa than the vineyards in Napa Valley. Not that that means all that much, but it just gives you a way you can place where this is. Lake County has the largest freshwater lake in California, and it's got a lot of mountain areas. The vineyards are all in the foothills and the mountains of that area, and Shannon Ranch has been in there for a while. Clay Shannon family owned. They've been sustainably grown forever. They actually have over 1,000 head of sheep that eat all the weeds and fertilize the vineyards. So they don't have to do that. And as of 2023, they are certified organic, but this 2020 Bighorn Red is not just sustainably grown, not organic, but just the same, that's pretty good. Now, the Bighorn Shannon Ranch wines are no longer on their website for some reason, and they seem to be on, they had been on sellout wine websites where they would pick out wines that there's some left over and sell off, and then Trader Joe has it for about 60% off the list price or the regular price for it. And this is a blend. It's mostly Petite Syrah, then it's got a little bit of Zinfandel, and then it goes down to like 6% of this. And what's in there? It's Cabernet Sauvignon, 1% Pinot Noir, Petit Verdot, Sangiovese. I mean, very small, minute parts of the blend, which kind of tells me that they were very precise in what they were putting in there, which is kind of fine when they take the time, because, sometimes it's 50% of this, 50% of that. You kind of figure that's what they had left over, so tasted good, let's go with it. But here, this seems to be a blend they took a lot of time coming up with. I'm going to take a sip and we'll talk about it. It's a good red blend, and at $5.99, that's a silly price for this wine. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. This is, like I said, this is not a typical Trader Joe's wines. Every so often, when people, they have been offered like closeout deals, and I don't know for sure if this is it. There's nothing on the internet that says anything about that. I don't know if this is a brand that Shannon family did not want is going to change or going to do something different with. Brought in a different winemaker, and they're going to get rid of the previous ones. All sorts of reasons could happen for it. But one of the reasons is because it wasn't a good wine. It's a very good wine. It's $5.99, and it's got some good oak seasoning to it. I mean, they don't tell you if it was French or American or any of that kind of stuff, or even if they use barrels or whatever. But it tastes good. I mean, it's got nice blend, and it's 13.5 on the alcohol, which is kind of level. I mean, it's not crazy and out of touch, and which is funny because the temperatures in 2020 in California, the vineyards got 116 degrees in August, but it cooled down enough so where they got the full growing cycle in the vineyard. But when it gets that hot, it's hard to keep the alcohol down, and here it is, and it's nice. It's I'm gonna take another sip. This is a solid little red blend with very intentionally blended. Family-owned organic vineyard, though this is not organic, sustainably grown too. There's a lot to like about it, and that it's $5.99 is one of the better things to like about it. It's smooth. It's got some good spices. Petite Syrah is the first grape, and the second grape in it is Zinfandel, and those two grapes go together really well. Then everything else just kind of just puts a fine point on things, and I was kind of shocked to see Pinot Noir 1%, because Pinot Noir can get overpowered by these big red wines. So it must have added something to it, not being a blender myself, though it sounds cool, and I do want to try it someday. Is interesting. Yeah, this is if you're in Trader Joe's and you're looking for a wine and you want a fall and winter red blend and you want it to be exceptionally inexpensive, what's the name of this thing again? Shannon Ranch Bighorn Red Blend 2020, $5.99. I mean, you can't really beat it for the price. I mean, it over delivers. You should get a wine that's kind of like good for the money. This one's just good. What else can I say? So there we go. This is Domain Day for cheapwinefinder.com. We got more wines coming up. I think we'll have to get some Halloween wines coming because October's right around the corner. And we'll get to that too. So I'll talk to everybody in a couple of days. I guess around here, stay dry in Chicago. And it's just now getting a little fall weather, but it's beautiful out there. So keep it cheap. Adios. And I'll be talking to everybody in a couple of days. Bye-bye.